A vort from the Parshah's Emor. The following vort comes from the teachings of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, of blessed memory. Nachal novea mekor chachma means the saying they say in Breslov. It's from a verse in Proverbs. It says the wellspring of wisdom is the stream. Not a stream flows from the wellspring of wisdom, and the first letters of that verse in Hebrew spells out Nachman. So the Breslovers always say that verse. The Kohen. Okay, the Parsha starts off with Kohanim. The laws of who the Kohanim can be. Mitame for means go to the burial of the relatives. So it talks about Kohanim and the Kohen, the priest, energies of kindness and spiritual healing. The Kohanim, the priests, the descendants of Aaron, were chosen by Hashem to officiate in the temple, and all of the sacrifices had to be exclusively offered by them, or the service would be invalid. The reason that only members of the priestly family were permitted to officiate in the temple was that the spiritual essence of each Kohen, priest, is rooted in Hashem's kindness, which is the highest spiritual resonance of all. Therefore, any function a member of the priestly family would participate in, especially the sacrificial service, would become imbued with the energies of kindness emanating from his soul. Hashem's kindness is so lofty that it can tolerate even the worst of sinners. Therefore, when a Kohen would offer a sacrifice, his spiritual essence enabled Hashem's kindness to reach even the lowest and filthiest places. This would bring spiritual healing to those people trapped there, connecting them to Hashem even amidst the depths of impurity. It is interesting that Parshas Emor, our Parsha, finds itself at the very center of the Omer counting. It's usually right in the middle, like the Omer is 49 days, so it's usually like in that early mid-20s area, like 23, 24. And the 24th day of the Omer usually is found in Parshas Emor, and that brings us to the time that we're in. It's interesting that Parshas Emor finds itself at the very center of the Omer counting, and it itself contains the mitzvah of counting the Omer. During this time, the well-known calamity of the deaths of the 24, there's that number again, 24,000 of Rabbi Akiva's students passed away. This brings us to Rabbi Nachman's connection of the number 24. Mitigating the severe decree of the 24 heavenly courts, there are no accidents or coincidences. Why did the priestly why precisely 24,000 of Rabbi Akiva's students die? What is the significance behind this number? Before his pilgrimage to the Holy Land, Rabbi Nachman said, there are 24 heavenly courts. A pidyon, a redemption, is a sum of money that a person gives to a tzaddik, who in turn will give it for charity and say certain prayers on behalf of the person requesting the pidyon in order to avert any severe decrees against him meted out by the heavenly courts. When a tzaddik presents a pidyon, he must know exactly in which heavenly court the person in question is being judged. If he does not know this, the tzaddik may intercede to bring redemption in one court, while the person is actually being tried in another. Sichos Haran 175. At times, a severe decree may be issued in all 24 courts and cannot be annulled unless it is mitigated in all 24. Rabbi Nachman possessed the rare skill of knowing how to mitigate the harsh decrees in all 24 heavenly courts. The following items, all associated with the number 24, activate spiritual energies that mitigate the harsh decrees in all 24 heavenly courts. 24 gifts given to the priests. 24 books in the Bible, in the Tanakh. 24 ornaments in which the Talmud says a bride adorns herself. 24 chapters in the tractate Shabbos, which, when studied, activates the spiritual energies of kindness associated with the Sabbath and hereafter and alleviates the harshness of this world. 24 rotas, or rotations or shifts of priestly and Levitical families that served in the temple. 24 unkosher species of fowl that are not permitted to be eaten 24 hours in the day. The deaths of Rabbi Akiva's 24,000 students demonstrated that lack of love and respect for others is so destructive and repulsive that, despite their great piety and scholarship, the judgment against them was unanimously decreed in all 24 courts. Therefore, 24,000 sages perished in order to assuage the harsh decrees that were issued in all 24 heavenly courts. May we all put away all of our petty differences and increase in kindness towards one another, towards each other, so that the complete redemption can come. Have a great Shabbos.